Hi everyone. Today we will discuss about a last topic in transmission systems. It is wheels and tires of the automobile engineering. So what type of wheels we are using and what are the different properties of wheels and why we use the wheels in automobile vehicles and what is the main importance of wheel in automobile engineering, and also what are tires and what are the different properties of tires, why we use tires in automobile engineering. So these topics we will see today. Only we can see explanation of the wheels in automobile engineering. In this class we will see about what is wheel, what is introduction of wheel, and what is the purpose of wheel, and what are the properties of wheel, what are the different types of wheels, and also what are the sizes of wheels. These topics we will cover in this class. Coming to previous class, we will discuss about the transmission system and explanation about the different types of transmission systems of automobile engineering. So in yesterday's class, we already discussed what are differential rear axles and its types. In that class, we will see about the what is meant by differential and what is the purpose of differential in automobile vehicle, and what are the different types of differential rear axles, and what are those different type differential rear axles used in the automobile vehicles. These topics we are discussed in previous class. So it is the last topic in second unit automobile engineering, wheels and tires. Today we will discuss about wheels in automobile engineering, and next class we will see about tires in automobile engineering. First of all, you can see what is wheel, what is wheel and what is the purpose of wheel, why it is called wheel, and what is the main function of a wheel, why the wheel play a vital role on the automobile vehicle engineering. You can see the wheel assembly consists of the hub, disc or spokes, rim, tire and a tube. So the wheel assembled components, you can see the what are the different assembled components to that wheel. So the wheel is connect with different components, the wheel is assembled with different components. What are those components? It is hub, and next one disc or spokes. The disc is also attached to the wheel or spokes. And next one rim is also attached to the wheel. Tires and tubes, these tires and tubes are also attached with the wheel. So the wheel is consists of those different components are combined and to assembled to complete a working product in the automobile engineering. The wheel is very important part of the vehicle. The vehicle can't move on the road without wheels. That's why the wheel is play a vital role on the automobile engineering. So any types of automobile vehicle you can take, any type of automobile vehicle, is this bike or car or a tractor or lorries or any type of automobile vehicles you can take, must and should they have wheels. Must and should that vehicle has wheels. So it is two wheels, three wheels, or four wheels, six wheels, 10 wheels, not the matter. Compulsory any type of vehicle we can take that have some wheels. Because of the vehicle has no wheels without running on the roads. That's why compulsory we when maintain the wheels. It is very important to maintain the wheels in the automobile vehicle. Okay, so what he told, the wheels are legs of the vehicle, carry it to far off distance. Okay, so the vehicle can't move on the road without wheels. So the vehicle has no wheels. It can't. It will not run on the roads. The wheels are legs of the vehicle carried to far off distance. So the wheels are legs of the vehicle. So the human body, we can walk on floor on road. The legs are very important. By using that legs, we can walk on every floor or any type of roads. That's why the wheels are legs of the vehicle. Why? Because the vehicle runs on the road, total load acting on the wheels only. So wheels should be acting as legs to that vehicle. The support of the whole weight of the vehicle and convert rotary motion into longitudinal one. The overall body weight, the overall support of the weight carries the vehicle. The overall support of the supporting weight of the vehicle is fall on the wheels of that vehicle, and it converts rotary motion into longitudinal one. So the wheels are used for the rotary motion should be converted into longitudinal motion, and the wheel also resists side force created by turning, also absorb the road shocks. So the wheel should suddenly to turning on that road. So the wheel is rotates at side of the road. It acts as a some different loads are acts that wheel, and it absorbs the road shocks. So the road shocks are any different types of loads acting on the wheel. So these such kind of loads and these such kind of shocks are absorbed the wheels. uh, it is useful for the running of vehicle is very smooth. That's why the wheel is the very important thing in the very important part in the automobile vehicle. What are the essential requirements of the wheels? What type of properties we should take to design a wheel? What kind of properties should be taking to design a wheel? So many different types of wheels are used in the automobile vehicles based upon the size, based upon the vehicle, based upon the material, based upon the properties. These such kind of properties should be taking and to design a wheel. So in an automobile, essential requirement of wheels are as follows: strong enough to take the weights of the vehicle. So one of the property of the wheel design, it is strong enough to take the weight of the vehicle. Because of the overall weight of the vehicle should act on the uh, automobile vehicle wheels. So that amount of weight should be carried on the wheel. So that property is very important to design that wheel. Okay, so that is first property, strong enough to take the weight of the vehicle. And next one, flexible to absorb the road shocks. So is there a rough roads or any types of speed breakers or dips are there in that road? The road shocks, the shocks are absorbed by the wheels. these shocks should be taking that wheel. The vehicle should runs on the road at very smooth. So that smooth operation occurred, the smooth running occurred. The vehicle is very important. The vehicle is play a very big important role to take that shocks on the uh, road. The vehicle runs very smooth. So that is the flexible to absorb the road shocks and perfectly balanced statically as well as dynamically. Perfectly balanced statically as well as dynamically. So the overall body of the vehicle or the overall vehicle should balanced by these wheels only, as well as dynamically and statistically. So the vehicle should be balanced statistically or dynamically. So the vehicle is in rest position. It should not running. It should be in rest position. So it is statistically balanced. Or the vehicle is running on a road. The vehicle is moving and dynamically is also balanced. Based upon this statistical and dynamical, statically and dynamically is perfectly balanced by these wheels. So this property also should be taken to design that wheel and able to grip the road surfaces. So different road surfaces, some deep roads are occurred, some smooth roads are occurred, different types of roads. uh, the wheel is very grip to that road surface and mounted or remove easily. So we can design a wheel of the automobile vehicle. It should be mounted easily and also remove easily. So the assembling and disassembling is also very easy to that automobile vehicle. That property is also maintained to design that wheel. Not too expensive. It is not an expensive. It has very high expensive. Um, some disadvantages or some limitations are occurred in these automobile wheels. So that's why it is not expensive. Lightest possible so that the unsprung weight is least. So these wheels, we are using different types of materials or different types of polymers, different types of alloys are used to make these automobile wheels. That's why in nowadays we are getting very less weight of wheels getting, and it has a very good strength occurred. It has a very high strength occurred. So lightest possible so that the unsprung weight is least. So we can maintain the lightest weight of that wheel. So the weight is very least in the automobile vehicle. So these are the different essential requirements to design a wheel in automobile engineering. So what is the basic uh, points of the wheel is the wheel has most standard wheels are made of steel. So the most wheels are manufactured of the material, it is steel. So in most cases, the steel material should be taking to manufacture the wheels. And next one, some vehicles are fitted with alloy wheels that are made of magnesium or aluminum. Some vehicles are fitted with alloy wheels. So different material should be mixed and to form an alloy material um, to manufacture a automobile vehicle wheel. So some of vehicles are fitted with alloy wheels that are made of what are different types of alloy wheels? It is magnesium or aluminum. These type of alloy wheels are used to fit the automobile vehicles. The rim holds the tire. You can see what is the rim. What is the rim? So the rim is the one part in the automobile vehicle. So if it is manufactured only one thing, but in this we'll have different components. Okay, so in that we'll have different components. One of the component is rim. rim. It is the rim. The upper portion of the wheel is called rim. So the rim holds the tire. Why? What is the purpose of rim, and why it is used in the automobile vehicles is to hold the tire. So we are fixing tubes and tires on these automobile vehicle wheels. So the rim is holds the tire and tubes of the automobile vehicle. Okay. And next one, the well of the wheel allows the tire to be the well of the wheel allows the tire to be removed and refitted. So the well is used, you can see the center mounting section, and it has a some gap is occurred on that rim. So that is of the well to fit the and to fit the tube and tire of the automobile vehicle, and easy to fit and easy to remove that tires on the wheels. Okay, so that is the well of the wheel allows the tire to be removed and refitted, and the center section is welded to the rim. So the center section of the wheel, the center section of the wheel is assembled to the center section is welded to the rim. So this center portion is assembled to the rim. It is a welded part or completely one manufacturing part also. The pilot bore fits to the hub. So the pilot has a bore fits to the hub. It is the uh, so these are the holes. It is the bore fits. These holes are the bore fits. The pilot bore fits to the hub to fix the hub on this wheel. So these holes is used to fit that hub. Okay, so these are the basic components of the wheel. What are the different types of wheels used in the automobile vehicles? What are the different types of components, and what are the different types of wheels used in the automobile vehicles? First one, steel wheels. It is also known as disc wheels, a very popular design of wheel, very strong and cheap to produce. So the steel wheels are used in so many different automobile vehicles. It has a good properties and it has a good strength. Then uh, the steel wheels have very strong and cheap to produce. That's why the steel wheels are used in the so many automobile vehicles. And next one, alloy wheels, attractive and lightweight but can be difficult to clean. So the alloy wheels are manufactured uh, easily, and it has a very attractive and lightweight, and it can hold the high amount of high load should be acting on that wheels. It should be effective, and it should bear that different types of loads, but it can be difficult to clean. So the cleaning operation of the li wheels are difficult in automobile vehicles. So next one, spoke wheels. These spoke wheels are also known as wire wheels. It is used on older sports vehicles, but cannot be fitted with tubeless tires. So the tubeless tires are not fitted in these spoke wheels. These spoke wheels are these wire wheels are mostly used in the sports vehicles. Okay, and next one, divided rims. The rims are made in two halves, which are bolted together. The rims must never be separated while the tire is inflated. And next one, split rims. The tire is held in place of a large circle. Do not remove the tire unless you have been properly trained. Okay, so the tire is held in a place of large circle. It should not remove the tire. It holds the it directly fitted on the rims. It is called split rims. So these are the different types of wheels used in the automobile vehicles. So what are the main properties and what are the different classifications of these automobile vehicles is the automobile wheels are generally three types. It is classified mainly three types of automobile wheels. One is pressed steel disc wheels. One is pressed steel disc wheels, and second one is wire wheels, and the third one is light alloy casting wheels. These are the three uh, uh, types of wheels are used in the automobile vehicles. One is pressed steel disc wheels. In this pressed steel disc wheels, it consists of a steel rim and a pressed steel disc. The rim is rolled section, sometimes riveted but usually welded to the flange of the disc. The disc perform the function of spokes. The wheel assembly bolted to the brake drum. So the pressed steel disc wheels, it consists of a steel rim. In this pressed steel disc wheels, what type of material is used in that wheel? It is steel material. So the type of steel rim we are placed in this pressed steel disc wheels. A pressed steel disc wheel, the rim is rolled section. So in that wheel, the rim is rolled section and some type of riveted, but usually welded to the flange of the disc. So the disc should be placed on these wheels. It is to be assembled with the connection of a riveted joint or a welded section is used to joint the disc on the wheels. The disc perform the function of spokes. The wheel assembly bolted to the brake drum. Okay, so the wheel assembly bolted to the brake drum. So the overall wheel is bolted to the brake drum also. You can see the pressed steel disc wheels. These are the uh, um, pressed steel disc wheels. Okay, you can see what are the different parts in this pressed steel disc wheels. It is the barrel. It is the barrel. That's why it is the barrel. Okay, this is the portion of barrel. And next one, it is the center disc. So the disc should be connected on this wheel. So the overall portion is called wheel. The overall portion is called wheel. So the disc is placed in the wheel. It is centered position of the wheel. So the center is taken on that wheel. The disc is placed in the center of the wheel. Okay, and valve system, the valve system is placed in the wheel and outer lip, lug holes, center cap. You can see the center bore. It is attached to the differential shaft of the automobile vehicle. So the differential shaft of the automobile vehicle is fitted on the center bore with the connection of bolted or different joints are used to connect these wheels. Okay, so these are the different parts of the pressed steel wheels. You can see it is the wheel rim. It is the wheel rim. This wheel rim is holds the tire and tube of the automobile vehicle. And next one, stud holes. These stud holes are used to fit the disc of the automobile vehicle. So the disc is placed in the um, this center of the wheel by fitting rivets or bolted or welding operation. Okay, and ventilation slots, these are the ventilation slots. So these slots are useful for the wheel, as it should, these ventilation slots are placed in the automobile wheel. The very high strength occurred or any amount of heat is generated on that wheel, it is to decrease the temperature of the wheel. Okay. And next, well base, it is the well base. Well base. So you can see what is the diagram. Stud holes, wheel rim, ventilation slots. In this ventilation slots, the air is passing through that ventilation slots. The wheel temperature should be cooled. Okay. And next one, hub cover. The hub cover is placed in the uh, this wheel, this wheel system of the disc plate to cover the hub cover. Okay. So the pressed steel wheels have the following advantages. So what are the advantages for using these pressed steel wheels? Simple and robust in construction. So the pressed steel wheels are very simple and robust in construction, easy to produce in large number at low cost. So the manufacturing is very easy to produce these type of wheels. Required negligible requirement. So the requirement is negligible in this manufacturing. As to cleaning, so the cleaning is very simple in this pressed steel wheels. Okay. And next, second type, it is wire wheels. The wire wheels, these wire spoke wheels, tension spoke wheels, or suspension wheels, are wheels whose rims connect to their hubs by wire spokes. So the wire wheels is also known as wire spoke wheels, or tension spoke wheels, or suspension wheels. These wheels, the rim is connected to the hub by the wire spokes. By using that wire spokes, the rim is connected to the hub. So the wire wheels are used on most bicycles and are still used on many motorcycles. They were invented by aeronautical engineer George Cayley in 1808. The first patent for wire wheels was issued to Theodore James of London, England on October 11, 1826. Okay, we are using maximum of these wire wheels in bicycles and motorcycles. These wire wheels are mostly used in bicycles or motorcycles in nowadays. It is invented by aeronautical engineer George Cayley in 1808. So the first patent he is taking on that wire wheels, it is Theodore Jones of London and England on October 11, 1826. In this date, the first patent is taking on that wire wheels. Okay. So you can see it is the shape and it is the setup of the wire wheel. Okay. This overall rim and spokes are spoke nipples is connected to the hub. So the hub is main thing in this wheel. So the hub is connected to the um, rotating of the object. So in that hub, we are placing one chain sprocket or one belt pulley or any type of thing is placed in the hub. So the hub is attached to that chain sprockets or pulleys to rotate this wheel. Okay. So these type of wheels are mostly used in the bicycles or motorcycles in nowadays. So tires, we can see what are the parts. It is tire, rim, it is the rim. Okay. And spokes, these are called spokes. These spokes are connected with the rim and hub. So these spokes are used in this wheel. It is very important to maintain the load of the wheel. So the load should absorb by using these spokes. Without using spokes on this wheel, it is to be um, damaged in bumps are occurred on roads. Okay, so that's why the spokes are used in this type of wheels and spoke nipples. So what is the 2D diagram of the wire wheel? It is wire wheel or spoked wheel. Uh, it is the diagram of the wire wheel. What are the components? It is rim, hub, spokes. Okay. What are the different views is shown? Is that the type of wire wheels? So the wire wheel consists of a separate hub. It is connected to the rim with a number of spokes of wires. The headed inner end of the spokes fit in the hub holes and the threaded outer end fit in the rim holes, where mushroom headed tubular nuts are screwed through the rim holes to tighten the hub. So the wire wheel consists of a separate hub. It is connected to the rim with a number of spokes. The number of spokes are number of wires are used to connect the hub connect the hub, and the headed inner end of the spoke fit on the hub holes, and the threaded outer end of the feet rim holes when the mushroom headed tubular nuts are screwed through the rim holes. It is tightened to the hub. And next, third classification, light alloy casting wheels. In this light alloy castings are forged wheels in the most recent type, whose use in ever increasing both road and sports cars. It's generally used light alloy that has aluminum or magnesium alloys used to manufacture these type of wheels, which makes it's possible to use wider rims, low aspect ratio, thus improving good adhesion and especially on corners. So in nowadays we are using mostly in this type of wheels, it is light alloy casting wheels. By using these light alloy casting wheels, um, it is to bear the loads and it is a very lightweight. Okay, so the light alloy cast or forged wheels is the most recent type and whose use ever increasing both roads and sport cars. So the tension between the roads and the wheels, it is increasing, and to avoid the different loads or different frictions on that vehicle, this type of alloy wheels are used. It's generally used a light alloy weight. These are lightweight. And what type of material, what type of alloys used in this manufacturing of wheels? It is aluminum and magnesium alloys, which makes it is possible to wider rims. It has very low aspect ratio, and this improving good adhesion especially on corners. So the good adhesion has corners. So the corners movement of the vehicle in the roads, different types of loads are acting on the wheel. So these type of alloy wheels are very good strength uh, to detect that loads and to the vehicle run smoothly on the road. You can see what is the shape and what is the diagram of this type of wheels. It is uh, what are the different components in that type of alloy wheels? It is radial hub, holes for studs. So in that studs, it is fixed with disc. Okay, you can see the sectional view of the wheel. So the sectional view of the wheel, hub, wheel, angle, spokes. Okay, so that is the wheel alignment. It is the tire. It is the tire. In that tire, we will fix the wheel. So in that wheel, we will join with the disc. Okay, so the disc is placed in the by using bolts and nuts operation. Okay, so it is the hub. In that hub, the disc is placed. So this overall connection is placed in this wheel by using bolt and nuts. Okay, so the light alloy casting wheels have different following advantages. It is light in weight, light alloy being good heat conductions, produced by tires and brake more efficiently than steel. Heavier section can be used and improve the wheel stiffness. Better stress distribution is obtained. What are valve streams and cores? Why we use this type of valve streams? Three functions: it retains the air, it allows inflation and deflation. So the air is flows on that wheel, the temperature of the wheel should be decreased. Okay, so the rubber stem of the valve is pulled into the wheel. The valve core contains a spring loaded air valve insert. The valve core also has a sealed washer and a seat washer. The valve cap keeps out dust and helps keep air in. uh, okay, so we are using different types of tires and tubes. Okay, we are using tubeless tires and with the tube tires. So the tube has, we will fill with the air. So that air is filled by using this type of valves. Okay, by using this valve system we can fill the air on that tube. Okay, so what is the valve setup? It is, that is the valve core, seat washer, and whenever we apply the air onto that valve, the spring should be compressed. Whenever the air is not passed through that valve, the spring should be expanded. Okay, so that's why the air is placed in that tube. And next one, wheel fixing. How to fix that wheel? The wheel is fixed with bolt and nuts or rivets or welding operation. Okay, wheel nut torque. So the wheel is fixed with nut. Okay, torque wrench. What are the different sizes of wheels? It is inside rim width based upon the vehicle, and a flange height or code letter, and nominal rim diameter, inside rim width, indicators, meter, wheel rim profile, nominal rim. Based upon the vehicle, uh, the type of vehicle, the wheel should be changed. So what are the custom wheels? It is aluminum wheels, cast iron, forged or rolled wheels, race cars using alloy wheels. Okay. So what is the wheel maintenance? It is wheel balancing and wheel alignment. It is also very important in the manufacturing of wheels. So this type of maintenance we are taking to design and to manufacture the wheel. Okay, so thank you guys.